Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Thriving Your Mission. This is actually a part two. So we're still dressed the same. We're talking about the witch wound, and this is such a juicy topic, and we didn't want to, stretch it over a longer period of time. So we thought we would cut it up into two sections. So, Tavia, how amazing was Billie Eilish for stepping forward in a room full of billionaires after she donated 11.5 million and saying to them, if you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire? Mic drop. I mean, how incredible was that?
Yeah, I saw that I forget what I was watching on TV, and I saw her say it, and I went, how bold and how probably nervous was she? I mean, she
Yeah,
didn't look nervous, but inside
a
she could have
little
been
bit,
like,
a little
ooh,
bit.
right?
Yeah,
A little
yeah,
like, ooh. And she's using a platform, right? She was accepting an award, I believe,
yeah,
right? Is that what? Yeah.
I think
And
so. Yeah,
I think she was. And so she was accepting this award and thought, you know what? What better time than the room full of billionaires? Let me say this. And I thought, because I know Mark Zuckerberg was there. I don't
yeah,
know who else, but I know he was in the audience. So she knew that she was
yeah.
like, this is the right time and place. And she, I'm sure, felt
Oh,
the
courage.
butterflies going up
Oh,
there and speaking her truth. And she knew she was going to get flack. Either there were going to be people that are like applauding and praising her, and there's going to be people judging. And I'm
yeah,
sure she said, you know what? But I need to speak my truth and say what needs to be said. And
yeah.
I thought, wow, good for her. So,
Oh my God. She was amazing. Honestly, I was like, yes, that is exactly what is happening. So I have three levels of my business, right? I have my Love Your Vibe transformation level where I have global light leaders that use my platform to help others. They also put their own modalities on my platform because we just want to see people doing the inner work. We believe when enough of us have learned to love our vibe and be miracle magnets in my language, we're going to reveal heaven on earth. And that's what I'm about at the first level of my business. The second level of my business is all my coaching programs, my speaking, my jewelry, my jazz, all my healing modalities. That's what I do on my own here. But then the top level, and I also have collaborations, like I work with you at this level as well.
mhm.
But then at the top level of my business, I was gifted a vision 12 years ago that was undeniable. It was on the morning of a dear friend's funeral. I truly believe it was her soul that crossed over that wanted me to see my future. And it's a bit of a longer story, but in a nutshell, I was shown my husband and I, who we nearly split three different times when I lived out of alignment and ego ran my show, but we were meant to stay together. Why? Well, because my husband, what did he do for 40 years? He built and ran hotels. So I was divinely gifted this vision 12 years ago that he and I are to co create a series of 11 global retreat centers to serve the 1%, to help them to do their inner work, to shift from ego to essence, to be their authentic self in the world. And by them doing that, they get to, excuse me, lock arms with us and we resolve global issues together. So we're talking the billionaires that Billie Eilish was addressing the other day, and this idea that when these places aren't owned by us, they're actually owned by gazillionaires, people that want to help humanity to evolve at this level, because when we help them heal so that they can actually reveal their purse, excuse me, open their purse strings. Look at this, the witch wound trying to keep me silent, right? I'm still
Exactly.
talking about it anyway. So when we get to help them heal so that they can open their purse strings, we're going to invite them to resolve global issues because there's so many global issues that need to be resolved. And my team and I, we have planetary passion projects that we wish to see serve the world. And we can do it if we're locked arms with these people that are influential, that have their money for a reason, okay? That they were born for billions because they're here to help humanity and the planet. And that is what we are so passionate about, is helping them to heal so that they can become their shift from ego to essence, right? Because the reason why they're living from ego primarily and hoarding money, in my humble opinion, is because they don't feel safe and they need to have that money to feel safe in the world. Well, what if you felt safe enough to release that money to resolve global issues? how cool would the world be, right? I truly
Yeah.
believe we would have heaven on earth, right? So, anyways, I reached out to her. So I got courageous, and I reached out to her manager this morning, and I said I would like to speak to Billy about this project that I've been working on for the last 12 years. I think it's right in her wheelhouse, and I went on, and and I sent that email with so much confidence, and I might not hear back, but I might hear back. And together, we can bring more visibility to this incredible series of retreat centers that need to be built yesterday. Like the world is hurting and we need to get these
Yes.
places up and running. And if
Yes.
Billy's face and voice can help us to get the investment into this project, then amazing, right? So talking about courage, she had the courage. I had the courage to reach out. Who knows what's going to come of it, right? But the point is, this is my mission. It's bigger than me. I need to stay out of my own effing way, as I like to say, fear and ego, and I need to do it anyway. I was terrified of public speaking when I was first married. I think I mentioned couldn't thank people at my own wedding. But today, I'm on world stages. I'm represented by one of the oldest speakers bureaus on the planet because my message is more important than me. And I don't speak, I channel. Spirit gives me all the words. So anyway, I'm going to drop it there. I'd love to hear your
Yes.
thoughts. Yeah.
No, I love all that. And I do, even the fact that you said I had courage to write the email, right? A lot of people would probably feel like, oh, I can't write that. Who am I
Yeah.
to write this person? Or you put someone on a pedestal and you feel like you're not on the same level. And so you wouldn't take the chance. And even they're like, oh, they're not going to respond to me. Or like you talk yourself out of it, right? I can only imagine, and that's because probably, 10 years ago, I would have said that to myself, like, oh, I can't write that, and now I wouldn't even think twice
Yeah.
about reaching out. But I
Right.
could see that somebody who hasn't gotten over this fear, right,
Yeah.
that the witch wound or whatever it is, just doesn't feel the confidence to go and do it, and take action, that is stopping you from getting your mission out in the world. That's what Elvira
Yes.
is saying.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
doing it regardless if they respond or not.
Yeah.
And that's the point. Like, you're not saying, okay, I hope they respond. You're just like, no, I got to say what I got to say.
Let it go.
They write me back. It
Yeah.
is what it is. If not, you're on to the next, because somebody is going to partner with you and make this happen, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. Like, if you watch anybody, any founder or CEO who has really just become like an uber success, right? I always think of, Sarah Blakely, the woman who started
Yeah.
Spanx.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
knew nothing about the fashion industry. Zero. Okay. She sold fax machines. Okay. She didn't know about the fashion industry, but she knew she had a problem to solve, and
Yeah.
she knew she had a product, and she went knocking on every factory door, and they said no, 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 until
Yeah.
she got a yes.
Yeah.
She kept getting a no until she said, somebody's going to give me a yes. And finally, she locked arms with a guy who the daughter said, Dad, you need this. Women need this product. And he said,
Wow.
okay, and made it. And now look at it. She's, a multimillionaire. And because she believed in herself. But think about the courage that it took. And
Yeah.
that's like any story. I remember this movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I don't know if you know that movie with Brad
Yeah.
Pitt and Angelina
Yeah.
Jolie. I remember listening to the guy who wrote that. He wrote the screenplay, and he said he went door to door and he kept getting no, like a million no's. And I think it was like over 30 times. I don't remember the number, but eventually he got a yes. And look at
Yeah.
the uber hit that movie was. Okay. And
Oh my
it
God.
even did a remake, on like, I don't know, Netflix or something. Two other people played it and got nominated for like Emmys. So, I
Yeah.
mean, imagine he didn't
Courage.
keep going. The
Yeah.
courage it takes to
Yes.
keep going, even in the face of the no's, even
Yes.
in the fear of rejection, or somebody's going to get triggered, or somebody's going to say something negative to you. That's
Yeah.
a very uncomfortable place to be. So we
Yeah.
get it. So we want to hear if this has resonated with you,
Yeah.
and we're going to cut it here because we know we want to
Yes.
be mindful of
Thank
time.
you, Tavia.
So
Yeah.
let's continue the conversation in the comments. Drop it
Yes.
below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're not in our Thrive in your Mission community, I'll drop the link there as well so you can join us. And we'd love to have you there. Okay.
Yay. And we want to
Have a
hear
good
about your
one.
mission.
Yes.
And just be in this container with us so that you have the courage to act on your mission. The courage is a choice. The confidence is what comes out of it. So allow us to be the wind beneath your wings if that's what you need. Get over the witch wound. Speak your truth. Have courage. Be confident. Do your thing. It wasn't gifted to you for no reason. So thank you, Tavia. This has been amazing. We'll chat soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Chat soon.
Bye.
Bye.